Welcome. This worksheet is called endothermic or exothermic. So the directions. For each question, state how heat is flowing in, which is endothermic, and how heat is flowing out. There are many different examples, and what I have, you might not have, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. So really, you just need to know, that heat is always flowing from hot, oh, there we go. We're going from hot to cold every time. So, snow melting. What would be absorbing heat? What would be absorbing heat being endo? How about the snow itself? And where would it be getting heat from? How about the sun? Or maybe the air? Okay? So the snow would be absorbing heat, so it's endo. The sun or the air would be giving off the heat. Candle burning. What would be absorbing the heat? How about the candle? And what would be giving off the heat? How about the flame? You might have something different than that, and that's okay. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means that you always have to make sure that exo is giving off, endo is absorbing. Toasting bread. What is giving off the heat? How about the toaster? What is absorbing the heat? The bread. Water evaporating. What is absorbing the heat? That would be the water. What is giving off heat? You can say the air. You could say surroundings. You could say the sun. Anything that's giving off heat, the water is absorbing it. Number 5, heating water on a tea kettle on the stove. What is absorbing heat? You could say the water. What is giving off the heat? You could say the stove top. You could also say that the tea kettle was absorbing the heat from the stovetop. That's fine. Cooking an egg. What is absorbing the heat? The egg. You could also say the pan is absorbing the heat. What is giving off the heat? You could say the stovetop. I would also accept pan is giving off heat to the egg, or you could say stovetop to pan, stovetop to egg. Photosynthesis. What is absorbing heat? That would be the leaf. What is giving off the heat? How about the sun? A cold pack. You crack it and suddenly it gets cold. What is giving off the heat? What is absorbing? First of all, if you were absorbing the heat, that would be the cold pack. And what would be giving off the heat? How about the human that is holding it? Because if you are having your heat removed, it feels cold. A campfire burning. Well, this is easy because I know the fire is giving off the heat. What would be absorbing the heat? You could say the air. You could say people around it. Finally, placing water in the freezer to make ice cubes. So be careful because we're talking about getting colder. What would be absorbing the heat? So the heat, well, that would actually be the freezer. And what is giving off the heat? The water. The water will be giving off its heat to the freezer, and then it will become solid ice. Now this takes a little while to get used to, but remember, heat is always flowing from hot to cold. Exo gives off heat, and endo absorbs. And there's always two sides to any interaction. Something's giving off and something's absorbing. Okay, thanks.